Hey Taurus, welcome to your reading. My name is Indra. I will see you in just a second. Stay with me. Hello Taurus, welcome back. Thanks for being so patient. Um, if you know viewed me before, my name is Indra, and I'm a new YouTube channel doing tarot. So yeah. Before we get to the reading, I just want to say a few things. Firstly, if you'd like me to send prayers your way, I would be more than happy to do that. All you need to do is leave a comment below, just saying, hey, can you pray for me? And maybe just give me your first name, and kind of like a brief kind of summary of your situation, maybe things that you would like progress on, healing on, etc. And yeah, I would love to do that. It's something I want to kind of build up. I want a list of I want a list of people to pray for as part of my own spiritual development and spiritual practice. And yeah, okay. So secondly, I would just like to actually, speaking of praying, we're going to pray now. So I would like to pray over this reading for you now. Okay, so I welcome you to join me. I will be praying in silence. Okay, here we go. Okay, Taurus. Here we go. So, we're going to be doing a Celtic cross spread today. Actually, let's just give it another shuffle. Oh, whoa, okay. First thing I'm going to use. Hmm, where should this card be now then? It's just sprung out at me. I suppose we'll just put it there. Okay. This is a new experience for me doing readings so early. It's like 7 a.m. Usually I do them later on in the day, around sort of 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But I just woke up today and I was feeling fresh and I was feeling good. And so I just thought, hey, why don't I try it? So that could be something for you as well, maybe. Just sort of don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and try new things. Okay, interesting. So what I've been doing lately is kind of initially just kind of scouting the kind of the overall vibe of the reading, and then I'll be going back to the first placements and like in greater detail, right? And I'll be actually going through it properly with you. So, showing up on the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. All right, Six of Cups. Can be talking about past memories, maybe some nostalgia going on. Can be talking about like what you want, it's kind of almost like your star. You can see the star in the flowers, for example. It's a star shape. Hopefully you can see it. The lighting's not quite as strong as it usually is right now. But yeah, so it can be talking about that security. So that's interesting. Wheel of Fortune. You could be taking charge of the wheel in your life. For your crossing energy, that is energies that's either helping or hindering, you have the Four of Swords. Hmm. Could be a need to maybe balance and rest a little bit. Okay. Seven of Swords. Okay, it could be again speaking about balance and doing things a smarter way, not necessarily harder. Um, okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles showing up in your recent past. Could have been stamping down your authority, making a claim to your throne, so to speak, in the recent past, perhaps. I'm not sure. Uh, in your near future, we have the Hanged Man. Okay, could be again talking about patience and rest. It's definitely an energy here of rest. Um, so in your no, we won't get to that yet. In yourself, we have the Judgment. Hmm, strong card. Major Arcana, of course. We've got a fair amount of Major Arcana here. We've got 4 Major Arcana cards. So it could be, I mean, that's interesting. We have the Judgment and the Death card showing up in your environment itself. Both cards of rebirth, so that could be a big thing here. 5 of Cups in your hopes and fears. Okay, maybe a little bit of depression going on, perhaps. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Okay, in your potential outcome, we have the Magician, manifestation, perhaps. Um, I feel like you're going to be more prepared in the near future, more equipped. Ace of Pentacles in your outcome. Big opportunity coming. Could be talking about work-related stuff, career, etc. Okay, so interesting, interesting read. Hopefully, we'll get some good stuff about it. Okay, so 6 of Cups, as I say, it can be a card of nostalgia and uh, looking back to when you are most happy and fulfilled in life. So let's just go through the list. So it can be a card of dreams and daydreaming, dreaming. It can be a card of security. You can see I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. There's a guard here, and so it's guarding this whole premises, and so it represents protection, security. Um, it can be a card of hopes, what you want to get out of this lifetime. It can be a card of fulfillment, feeling fulfilled. The idea is that um, this is when the person was most happy and they're kind of looking back over that memory, and then that is now able to propel them forward going forwards, right? Like I want that in my life, right? So they go out and get it. That's kind of the purpose there, really. It can be kind of alignment, so they're very aligned. It's all very aligned and harmonious. And it's also a card of, if I can remember, um, joy as well. So it's things that bring you most joy in life, you know. And as I said to you before, there's like a star-shaped flowers in the cups, indicating star energy. That could be talking about inspiration, what inspires you, um, hopes, guidance, what's propelling you forward, guidance, um, regeneration. Can be talking about regeneration, feeling refreshed, and healing, and faith as well. Having faith that the universe is going to give you what you need. There's a saying coming to me now that, excuse me, um, rejection is God's protection. And also, there's another one as, you know, you will not be denied what is meant for you, right? So you don't have to worry. Where if it's yours, you'll get it, essentially. Um, so I will just be sort of anchoring off that energy where I see fit, wherever I feel like it um, is appropriate to use. I will be tapping into that energy. So for your current energies, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is number 10 in the Major Arcana. It's a card of fortune, cycles, luck, transience, and fate. It could just be that you're on a pathway to your own destiny here, as theatrical as that sounds, but ultimately that is often the case, you know. Um, you could be taking action, I'm getting. You could be taking control of your life. Um, Minnow Pond, for example, I like Minnow Pond. I spoke to him before actually. He always talks about how you need to be in the center of the wheel, okay? Essentially, I believe like taking control of the wheel, right? and taking control of your own destiny, essentially. Um, so that's what you could be doing here. You could be studying. I'm noticing that the kind of angels or whatever they're called, they're like they've all got books representing study. And there's a snake here as well, talking about like maybe vibration and like the Kundalini energy that is within us, maybe consciousness. Maybe you're raising your consciousness, maybe you're raising your vibration. And when we take action in life, we do raise our vibration as long as it's obviously in alignment with the universe, you know. The universe is cool. And so when we step into our destiny, we absolutely raise our vibration. So, okay, so that's interesting. Maybe we'll explore that some more later on. Excuse me. The Four of Swords is showing up in your crossing energy. That is energies that are either helping or hindering your situation. Um, the Four of Swords is a card of preparation. Um, so there could be a need to prepare more here. Maybe you have prepared more and now you're ready to take action. I'm not sure. It's also a card of retreat, rest, recuperation, and sanctuary. So, hmm. But then also sword energy in general can represent ideas, thoughts, communications, conflicts, perhaps, and can also be a sign of masculine energy. Again, it could be talking about taking action. Obviously, masculine energy is something, it's like the phallus, you know, it's the phallic symbol, right? It's something that just takes action, like a sword, essentially, like cuts through things, right? Essentially. So the masculine energy just takes action, right? And it's very forward thinking. Um, Not just forward thinking, actually, it's actually very forward, like forward progression, right? Uh, and it's the feminine energy that needs to like slow that energy down and balance it. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up this strong vibe of taking action. So and taking control. This is like masculine energy that's now sort of very alive within you. I feel. But there might be a message here to like kind of try to balance that a little bit and not go too far ahead too quickly. Otherwise, you might risk burning out. So it could be speaking about having the need for rest and recuperation. Okay. I don't know, maybe make yourself a hot bath with candles and stuff, you know, just relax. Take a deep breath maybe before you continue on. Obviously, general reading might not be for everyone. Okay, so let's move on here. So we have the Seven of Swords in your basis. Okay. Now, Seven of Swords is commonly thought of as a card of thievery, um, but it can also be a card of a call to action. Okay, so definitely here we go again, call to action, action, right? Uh, it can be a card of um, tactics as well, so it can be a card of kind of like smarter, not harder. So maybe you need to kind of take a step back, take a deep breath, and reevaluate your next move uh, as you move forward, as you progress. It seems like it's related to your kind of your hopes and dreams, right, in life. With the Six of Cups here, as the bottom of the deck, there could be a sense of like you really want to work hard for what you want in life, and you've maybe figured out what you want in life, and you're working hard to make that manifest, right? But there could also be still a possibility that you might want to kind of reevaluate your course of action and, you know, work smarter, not harder all the time, right? Um, so there could be that there. It's also a kind of bravery. Maybe you're kind of having to summon uh, courage within yourself to do this. And finally, it's also a card of, let's see, critical thinking. So, as I say, there could be a need for critical thought here. So, the story with the Seven of Swords is this guy here. He lives in a village or a town next door to kind of off camera. And in the background here, we have these big tents and these soldiers with swords, right? In the background. Now, this guy, he's literally decided to. Oh, and I should say, these soldiers, they plan to attack and siege his home, right, his town, um, in the morning, essentially. And rather than basically fight them head on, because basically they'd lose, I believe, he's decided, well, hey, I've got an idea. Why don't I actually take action, right? Summon my courage and steal their weapons, okay, steal their swords while they're not looking, right? And so it's a card of smarter not harder and applying critical thought to the situation. And it's also a message that you don't always have to, what's the word? You don't always have to go kind of like balls to the wall and like fight these things head on. There might be an alternative route, right, to the same result or even a better result. So, um, yeah, take what resonates. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles in your recent past. The Queen of Pentacles is a card. She's generous. She is dependable. She is comforting. So she has a lot of comfort, and she's very comforting in general. She has a lot of material comforts, right? She doesn't go without. She is also very nurturing and kind of almost like motherly, and also very luxurious. She has a lot of luxury in her life. So maybe in the recent past you discovered what you wanted in life, and maybe this is sort of like what you want, right? You want to have that Queen of Pentacles energy. Um, hmm. So yeah, I just think that that might be the case here, to be honest. There's a bunny here as well, of course, and that can symbolize kind of a new beginning and kind of like almost like spring energy. Maybe you've had a spring in your step recently. You've had a what would you call that? I don't know, a lift recently. You've been given a dream, and that sort of helped you to propel forward. Maybe that's here to do with like the Wheel of Fortune here. Maybe that was your turn in fortunes, right? Um, and you took charge of that wheel, you took charge of that dream, that vision, as we see the Six of Cups, and you started to really go for it, right? So that's what I'm getting here. Um, and also, okay, I just got one last thing. So the Queen of Pentacles, she's there sat on her throne, right? The Queen is a very like, what would you call it? Authoritative role in society, right? And so maybe you sort of took authority, started to claim your own authority back or something in the recent past. The Hanged Man is here in your near future. I do see you taking a period of rest, which is totally fine. Um, don't feel like if this is the case for you that you're not progressing. That's a mistake to make. Um, Something that's come into my mind now, I'll probably butcher it because I haven't told this story in such a long time, nor have I really thought about it. But they want me to tell you the story quickly, or touch on it at least, about there was two, I don't know, lumberjacks, and they were in the woods and they were cutting down trees, right? And one of them was really old, one of them was really like a young gun, right? And so they're both there with their axes, and the young gun challenges the old timer to a challenge. Let's see how many trees we can cut within like a day, right? And whoever wins, like I don't know, they win. I don't know. Maybe there was something on the line. Um, and so what happened is the old man accepted, and so they're chopping trees all day long, and the young lumberjack, he's literally just going balls to the wall, right? He's going ham and like he's there chopping, 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 right? Non-stop. And so by the end of the day, Sundown comes and it's like, okay, so how many trees did you chop? And of course, the old man chopped the most, and the young lumberjack was stunned, right? Because he was like, well, hang on, I was chopping all day long, constantly. And the old man said, well, did you take time to stop and sharpen your axe? Right? So there you go. There's the story. And so the message there is it's okay to stop and sharpen your axe. It's okay to take a moment out and take time out from going, from taking action, action, action. You need to take time to stop and sharpen your axe. You need to take time to rest, and relax, because otherwise you'll burn out. Otherwise you'll blunt your axe, and you'll burn out, right? And then so that can be counterproductive. So it can be very beneficial to, take that rest time. Okay, so hopefully that was for you. So the Hanged Man, number 12, it can be a card of waiting, acceptance, sacrifice, inactivity. Again, I was picking up that kind of inactivity in your recent, in your near future. Um, and it can be a card of surrender. So, is there anything else? So the story with the Hanged Man is he's hanging from the Tree of Knowledge, and basically he's sacrificed taking action in the moment for enlightenment. You can see the what would you call that? Almost like a halo effect. It just symbolizes he's now illuminated, right? The light emanating from his head. It represents that, okay, so I've sacrificed kind of the opportunity to um, be physically active. He's just hung there from the tree, right? But he's by doing so, he's actually become more enlightened. He's now took a moment of rest to basically observe his life, observe his surroundings, maybe himself, etc., to to then gain a fresh perspective, right? And now he's in a position of power where he can literally, you know, cut himself loose from that tree of knowledge, and he can move forward into his life and pursue whatever he wants to pursue, right? With that new perspective. So I see you definitely taking some rest soon. Um, and I feel like it's going to be very balancing for you. So that's what I'm getting right now. I could spend a long time there, but okay. So in the south we have Judgment. Judgment is number 20 in the Major Arcana. It can represent awakening, rebirth. A lot of people call it the Call. Some people say it should have been called the Call rather than Judgment. It can represent being put back on track, and it can also be a card of letting go. So the story here is basically we've got these you've got this angel, blowing his trumpet, right? And in the coffins, you've got these dead people, and the angel's basically blowing his horn, his trumpet, and he's allowing them to be risen from the dead. He's resurrecting these souls, right? So it can represent kind of like that phoenix rising from the ashes energy as well. Very much like strong rebirth energy. Um, so maybe you're answering the call. Maybe that's what this Wheel of Fortune is here for. Uh, you've decided to seize the moment. You've decided to answer that call. Take charge of the wheel, right? And take charge of your destiny. And by doing so, you've raised your vibration because you've, as I say, answered the call, right? Um, hmm, is there anything else? It just seems like an energy to confirm to me that you are in fact answering the call, essentially. So yeah, well done, great job. Keep it up. In your environment, we have the Death card. So as I said to you before, the Judgment can represent letting go, and so the environment usually is like people, places, stuff like that. Um, you might be you might be moving on from your environment. You might be in need of a new environment. Maybe this is also to do with your hopes and dreams for the reading in general. That like, you wanna manifest a new environment, perhaps. And so the death card is here to say that um, the people in your environment, the vibe, etc., that's going to be no more. You're moving on past it now, perhaps. Um, so let's just run down the list. Death card can represent transformations, as I said before. Like, um, yeah, it could be in a state of transformation right now, your environment. Um, it can also be a card of endings. Okay, so kind of alluding to that again. Um, it can be a card of letting go, as I said to you before, rebirth and moving on. So, huh, okay, it kind of like seems like it's just in a state of transience right now, in a state of transformation. So, maybe you're transforming your environment, you know? I don't know. Maybe you're moving, I don't know. Okay, Five of Cups in your hopes and fears. So, maybe there's an energy here of mourning what you're leaving behind. Um, you know, there could be on one hand you're looking forward to what you're embracing now, your new life essentially, this new chapter. But on the other hand, you're mourning it, right? Which is totally natural. Um, Obviously, again, general reading, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, it's just a natural thing that when we embrace something new, there's this period, this challenge that we have to leave it behind, wherever, we were holding on to before, right? Our past reality. Um, Five of Cups can represent someone who's lost his taste for wine, okay? But he's there mourning the fact that, the wine's all spilt, but he's actually moved beyond it. So I feel like it's nothing to worry about. And I just feel like there's this energy here talking about it, but I don't necessarily think it's going to be a problem for you. Um, Looking across the reading, I just know that you're going to be just fine. So, um, but yeah, there's these three cups here. There's these two cups here standing up still. So it's about turning your attention to the positive, turning your attention to this new beginning in the background, right? And working with that rather than mourning, what you've lost. Okay. So to clear this whole reading up, we have the Magician in your potential outcome, and we have the Ace of Pentacles in your outcome, right? So big opportunity to manifest a new beginning here, right off the bat, I can tell you that. The Magician is number one in the Major Arcana. It can represent stepping into your power. Um, he's also very skilled as the Magician. He is a card of manifestation and kind of bringing your desires, to the earth in your physical reality. He's also a channel for that divine current, if you will, to like if you can see this, he's basically the conductor from that's why he's pointing upwards into the air with this wand. It conducts the electricity, it conducts the air into down and he's pointing it down to the earth, right? So it represents how he is a manifest he manifests he kind of manifests the kingdom of heaven, if you will, on earth. He's, it's like Jesus or something, right? He also has a cup, a sword, a wand, and a pentacle, symbolizing that he has everything you could possibly need in order to make things happen in the world, right? It can also be a card of, let's see, intention. So absolutely like in making your intentions clear and going for it, right? And it can be a card of also concentration. So concentrating your focus on a particular end, right? On a particular purpose and goal that you want to have manifest. There's a lot of yellow energy here as well, I'm picking up now, symbolizing success. So it just could be a very successful time that you're moving into now. Finally, for the outcome, talked about it before, but yeah, we got the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles can be a card of hard work being required. Okay, so don't think this is going to come easy. Okay, but I can see that you're taking charge of the wheel here, and yeah, it just seems like that's what you're going to be putting into your future is hard work, right? But hey, if you're on your purpose, then hard work, can be a breeze, can be a joy, right? So it can also be a card of uh, you being guided, okay, by your guides, by your spirit team, by the universe, by source, by the angels even. So I see you being guided right now into a better future, okay? And it can also be a card of patience, needing to have patience with this process. This garden didn't just come about instantly, Um, Earth energy in general can take some time to manifest, um, in this dimension that we live in. You know, but it absolutely can happen, right? It can also be a card of a big opportunity. So it definitely seems like this is a very opportune time for you. And it can also be a card of think positive. So definitely think positive. I mean, the magician is also absolutely a card of positivity, hence the one, right? One meaning positive, okay? Kind of like the phallic symbol, masculine energy, right? Um, and so definitely think positive. For that, I find Louise Hay or perhaps even Wayne Dyer can be very beneficial to you right now regarding that. So definitely check out their audiobooks. I'm currently um, using their material as well, studying their material. Um, but yeah, in summary, oh, let me just before we summarize. So before we close, so you can see here with the Ace of Pentacles in your future, in your outcome rather, we have this garden, right? And through the what would you call that? Like the portal? No, it's not really a portal, but through the garden. I don't know what would you call that? Garden door, I'm just gonna say. You can see this mountain, right? Symbolizing that if you follow it, okay, if you follow that path out of the garden, out of that comfort zone, there's a higher plane of existence, right? You can get to, right? So it just seems to me that you're being guided right now to end up in a much higher vibration here, and higher, more aligned um, life. So yeah, there we go, Taurus. So yeah, hopefully there's a message for you here. Hopefully it was helpful to you. I would really appreciate if that's the case, you like the video. Really helps me grow. Helps me get something back in return, essentially. Subscribe for more. I try to do these readings basically every day. If you subscribe to the channel, you can expect between 2 to 3 readings for a single sign in the zodiac per month. So, um, yes. So, yeah. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it was for you, and I will see you in the next one. This was Indra Montes. Bye bye.